So good evening, all of you present in our regular KUSOED webinar series 2023. So today we have two presenters. One is Ishur Dhimre and other is Arjun Bhandare. So each presenter will get around 20 to 30 minutes to present your ideas, and then there will be additional 5 minutes for question and answer session. So we'll proceed accordingly. So I request Ishur Gimre to proceed with your presentation. So as you are presenting on Green School Movement, so please take your turn and present your ideas. So over to Ishur Gimre, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, please go on.
Thank you, Kathmandu University School of Education, Department of STEM Education, for providing me this wonderful privilege for the presentation. Respected Dean, sir, Professor Balsmaralinte, sir, Assistant Professor Neeraj, sir, and my dear friend, I'm going to present a Green School Movement. Green School Movement is a participatory approach to enhance 21st century skills. I am Ishwar Kumar Ghimire, MPhil Scholar, Semester 3, Kathmandu University School of Education, Department of STEM Education, 2022 batch. Green School. Green School is not only the green, not only the garden. It is the compilation of so many approaches, that is reuse of waste and waste management and development of greenery, as well as the sustainable development. Schools should be sustainable in all aspects. That means Green School Movement, it is a participatory approach to enhance 21st century skills. It is a vision, a mission for authentic and transformative learning, because it is a participatory approach of active learning process, because all the participants actively participate here. It is an approach based on the STEAM philosophy, that is knowing to action, as stated in Taylor and Taylor 2019. Knowledge is knowledge construction through collaborative action, that is uh, it is knowledge is constructed by active collaboration, and it is based on the Green School guideline to implement one garden, one school policy of government, which is recently launched by government of Nepal to develop one garden, one school in every school. It is its philosophical orientation is constructivism, and it is I'm focusing to devise approach of learning by doing an experiential learning theory. It is contextual learning, and it transfer knowledge. The knowledge which is learned by the students at school, that would be transferred to their home and society, so that this approach they would explore to their own context. Now, how am I implementing sustainable green school project? I'm implementing one green school project in my school. I'm implementing this project in two approaches: waste management. First approach is waste management. In waste management, I am applying this way. And first of all, waste are categorized into biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Then biodegradable waste are managed by three Rs approach. Three Rs: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So this biodegradable waste can be recycled to form compost. That means our students are participating there. They are learning how compost can be changed from the biodegradable waste, that is kitchen waste and household waste. Finally, the biodegradable waste can be converted into compost, and that compost can be utilized to promote green uh, green movement, that is the gardening. We can utilize that compost to promote uh, gardening, that is to develop the plant. And non-biodegradable waste also can be converted into uh, three Rs approaches, that is reduce, reuse, and recycle. And I'm applying here a design thinking approach. in design thinking approach, I'm applying this in two ways: designing waste plastics bottle to hydroponic model of gardening. Hydroponic model of gardening, so that our students are promoting gardening by this model. This is hydroponic. One bottle can be cut into two pieces, and there are two segments. Upper one is filled with the compost and soil, along with a long thread of cloth, and that cloth thread would be connected to the lower case, and that lower portion has the water deposition, and that water can automatically irrigate it to upper portion, so that this plant can grow well uh, whenever there is water present. So it is one of the sustainable growth for the plant, and student can learn uh, participating by themselves. And second approach for design thinking, designing waste plastic bags to basket, flower pot, rope, and mats. Some of the items which we have applied are presented here in the picture. This is the waste plastic which we can develop into the beautiful usable items which we have applied in our project also. So this, by this approaches, waste management approach, our mission is for the greenery promotion, and to achieve the 4CS skill, that is 21st century skills. Student would be able to communicate, that is communication skill. They can think critically, critical thinking skill. They would collaborate in their work, that is collaboration and communication skill, so that the knowledge would be transferred from school to home and their society. So we say this type of learning is authentic learning, this type of learning is transformative learning, which is based on our STEAM philosophy, that is knowing to action. Now, what is green school? Green school movement. What is the green school movement? Green school movement is a moment to enhance 21st century skills. It is a moment for authentic learning. It is a living laboratory for the practical learning, because it is a mission, a vision to enhance 21st century skill. It is a strategy for sustainable life. It is a tool for the transformative learning. Transformative learning. It is a it is based on the constructivism, that is STEAM approach, which we are applying as a tool, as an approach for authentic learning. To become a community leader, Green School movement enhance learner to become a community leader, as stated in Green School Bali 2020. It is a eco-friendly school. Green school is eco-friendly school. It is a place for experiential learning, that is learning by doing. So green school is an approach, is a mission, a vision, so that every learner can learn in authentic way by transformative approach. Now I'm demonstrating some pictures which we have explored in our school. A sustainable green school, a living laboratory for authentic learning. This is my workplace, where I'm promoting this gardening, this greenery promotion, green school. By that approach I have presented earlier. Here are the, in this corridor, here are the so many flower pot. In every flower pot there is the name tag of the student. Individual student can work there. Individual student can care and care their plant, whether the plant is growing well or not. They put water, they measure its growth, and they know how the growth is going on. They know the uh, life cycle. They know the authentic ecosystem of the plant. And it is another approach. This is the gardening by waste plastic bottles. These waste plastic bottles are no cost materials. No any money can be invested here, but student can learn by hydroponic model of this gardening, so that every school can be promoted to green school movement. There need not be any land. Even land is not available, then no matter, we can promote our surrounding by this approach also. So this green school movement is one of the uh, platform for the authentic learning. Now, some of the progress of implementing sustainable green school. These are the progress and sustainable greenery promotion by plantation in plastic bottle as well as clay pot uh, to develop greenery, and bottle, plastic bag, garden are also used for the gardening promotion, and some of the plastic are utilized for the useful material. This type of useful item are also used for gardening, as well as these useful mats and other containers also. And our teachers are also helping. They are doing actively in the promotion of this approach. So uh, uh, these are also the plastic bottles, how beautifully the flowers are developed. uh, so this approach can be explored in every school as a green school movement. Now, promoting a green school approach to enhance 21st century skill, it is a participatory action research which I am um, doing a research project in my school. It is a green school movement in educational research. Green school movement can be uh, applied in the for authentic learning. It is also a research project. How I have applied this, I got a 3 days national teacher training on interactive environment education and local curriculum. It was organized by CHRD, CDC, WCN, DFE, that is Danish Forest Extension in 2018. From that training was wonderful, and I had got the training assignment. The training assignment was to submit a project proposal on eco smart green school, and my proposal was approved. Activities were monitored by high level authority, and I was awarded as a eco teacher with a grant of rupees 50,000 on World Environment Day, June 5, 2019. That was my wonderful event that encouraged me to promote this green school movement. And action was implemented to promote eco smart green school project. So this project is being continuing and until now as a sustainable cycle, and it is I have defended proposal on participatory action research on June 17, 2022, which I am um, applying, that I'm doing activities for the first cycle to complete my dissertation on that research project. So my research methodology is research design is participatory action research part based on the two complement, reflection on action and reflection in action. So it is located in a model community secondary school at Bhaktapur municipality. So my participants are the focus group, who are the 8 to 10 students from each section studying from grade 6 to 10, associating to Eco Club. I'm the coordinator of Eco Club, and my Eco Club members are my focus group participants. And non-participant, I'll take the response from non-participant also. Non-participant respondents are the other students and teachers who are involving and participating directly and indirectly to implement Eco Smart project. That means whole school family can be involved here as non-participant, and just participant are the focus group. Its delimitation of the study is the school curriculum by Curriculum Development Nepal has introduced the life-oriented soft skill as 21st century skills, as stated in SSRP 2009 to 2015. And there are 5 major areas in the soft skill: thinking skill, denoted as S1; interpersonal skill S2; intrapersonal skill S2; intrapersonal skill S3; information technology and multiliteracy S4; and leadership citizenship skill S5, along with 29 sub areas. This PAR study focuses on 3 major areas as delimitation. That means I'll focus on only 3 areas. That is the first, thinking skill S1, then after interpersonal skills S2, and intrapersonal skill S2 and interpersonal skill S3 as delimitation of this PAR study. As stated in Adhikari 2020, under research methodology, this PAR is a subset of action research, which is collaborative, participatory in nature. It brings the positive change. It is based on the two complement, reflection on action and reflection in action, and research in which the researcher and participant work together. That is, researcher and participant uh, both are working collaboratively. It is context specific. It is, and the participant build potential holding environment. It is the source for co-construction of knowledge, and it action, interaction, and critical reflection. It involves action, interaction, and critical reflection in this type of research. It is continuous. It associate continuous involvement. It is based on the problem solving activities for authentic, contextual, and transformative learning. So this PAR study implies 4 iterative cycle, in which the first cycle I am implementing now as uh, the information for my dissertation. The first is planning, then after acting, observing, reflecting. These 4 steps, planning, acting, observing, and reflecting, are associated in every cycle of this research project. I am planning to complete 3 iterative cycle, where the first cycle is going on, uh, and after taking the information, my data collection process are the primary source of information, which are focus group participant, and I'm applying the qualitative survey, uh, that is a reflective uh, writing of the participant, of the students, of their lived experience, based on their lived experience, then focus group discussion, then in-depth interview, and I'll do regular observation of the activity. Then I'll record the information through in field note, by photography and videography, as stated in Jovansik 2020. So my secondary source of information are the formal and informal sources. They are the non-participant respondents. That means other students, co-workers, teaching and non-teaching staffs, administrative body, parents, visitors, and well-wishers, who can also contribute directly and indirectly in this green school movement. So the information sources are the reflective views, informal talk, reflective papers, journals, magazine, literature, social media, internet, and so on. And my data analysis procedure, I would gather actionable and authentic information through the primary and secondary sources using qualitative tools. The gathered information would be analyzed as raw data. Then they would be transcribed to written form, accorded form, and after transcription, they are coded. That is initial and formalized coding, deductive coding, relating to the research question. Then after inductive coding, that is open, new subjective idea would be drawn from the information. Uh, and finally, I'd go through the thematic analysis. And after getting the theme, I'd generate the specific theme. So I go for the data triangulation. The triangulation of data would be the collective information from the different sources. Then finally, I'll prepare the manuscript of the research report. So this is the overall process of summary of my research project that I'm applying in my school as a green school movement. Some of the glimpse of ongoing activities, because this is the first preliminary activities of the first cycle. These are focus group and participants. Focus group meeting is here, and focus group students are reflecting their views. They are presenting some of the design thinking approach in waste plastic bottle in 2 approaches: one, reuse of waste; secondly, promotion of gardening. that waste bottle can be converted into gardening with a different design, which are wonderful. This is wonderfully prepared design in bottle, and so they have the active competition among the students also. Will bring more and prepare will prepare nicely. They are demonstrating every day, and I'm and as a pa- as a researcher, as a participant, I'm managing these activities uh, along with their name tag, so that they can have the authentic knowledge. They can develop their self-esteem that I have done it. I'm feeling different. They feel different. They reflect. They feel the different moment than before, and they have expressed that their knowledge has been transferred to their home. Also, they have prepared some of the items at home. Then some of the item they have brought to school. And after this, we are going to we are proceeding this project on the garden pot. We are garden pot using the clay pot as well as cement pot, and all the my participant, that is focus group, will work there, and other will inspect. Other non-participant would directly and indirectly involve there for the authentic and transformative learning. uh, yes, these are the references. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Swasa. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. Yes. Okay. So we have a hand raised here. Surya sir wants to ask you something, maybe. So it's a request to all the participants. If you have any questions for Iswa sir, please put it in the chat box so that we can have some interaction on what he has done till now. So yes, Surya sir, are you there? You have just raised up your hand.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Good afternoon, respected professors and all my dear seniors and then all my co-scholars. Also, thank you very much. Very wonderful presentation. I'd like to just ask you, can you share some more ideas about the ideas where you have applied in your school? Or what is the reflection of the parents and the students? सरले चाहिँ अब त्यो यो गरेँ मात्रै भन्नु त्यसको रिजल्ट चाहिँ रिफ्लेक्सन के भयो त त्यहाँ होइन मे वी नो maybe it will be very useful for us as well in our working places. So if you don't mind, if you tell me more about, tell us more about the reflection on the parents and the reflection on the students.
Sure, sir. Yes. That has created a wonderful moment in the school. That is, new students are coming. This is the beginning of the session, and new students are also surprising how it is done. एउटा बोतलबाट एउटा फ्याँकेको बोतललाई कसरी वन्डरफुल्ली डिजाइन गर्न सकिने रहेछ, कसरी त्यहाँ बिरुवा रोप्न सकिने रहेछ. हाइड्रोपोनिक मोडेल भनेको के हो? हियर इज द रिभोल्युसन अफ द हाइड्रोपोनिक गार्डनिङ, हाइड्रोपोनिक agro farming, and that knowledge also they are learning. And some of the parents who come together with their words, they ask how it is done. They inspect properly, and they sometimes hold that bottle because that is very light, not more than half kg also. It holds the small amount of soil, and there is water, and sustainability and sustainable gardening can be promoted easily. No more areas are also needed, and students are highly motivated in that work. They have started to decorate their classroom also, uh, not only the outside the school. And some of the parents are cooperating. They are contributing us by bringing the new varieties of plant species. कसैले मेरो घरमा त यस्तो छ, म स्ट्रबेरी ल्याइदिन्छु भन्नुहुन्छ, कसैले रोजको बिरुवा ल्याइदिनुहुन्छ, कसैले जेरानियमको भेराइटी ल्याउनुहुन्छ. हाम्रै टिचर ग्रुपहरू चाहिँ धेरै जेरानियमको आइटमहरू मा चाहिँ एकदम उहाँहरू एक्साइटेड हुनुहुन्छ. र हाम्रो चाहिँ यो प्लान्ट ट्रान्सफर्मेसन एउटा कल्चर डेभलप भएको छ स्कुलमा, र धेरै टिचरहरूले मसँग चाहिँ नलेज सिक्नुहुन्छ. मैले चाहिँ अरू कुरा, ग्राफ्टिङको कुरा पनि सिकाउँछु एज अ साइन्स टिचर. स्टिमबाट कसरी प्लान्ट डेभलप गर्ने र छोटो समयमा छोटो बिरुवाले सानो बिरुवाले कसरी फ्रुट दिन सक्छ भन्ने खालको चाहिँ एउटा ग्राफ्टिङ र लेयरिङको नलेज पनि मैले डेभलप गराइराखेको छु। त्यसमा चाहिँ मैले 8-10वटा ग्राफ्टिङ सुरु गरेको छु। अब यो चाहिँ ग्राफ्टिङको सिजन पनि भयो र यसरी चाहिँ यो एउटा नलेज ट्रान्सफर भइरहेको छ र प्यारेन्ट्सहरूमा पनि राम्रो एकदम पोजिटिभ भाइब ट्रान्सफर भएको मैले चाहिँ महसुस गरेको छु। उहाँहरूले चाहिँ हामीलाई चाहिँ हेल्प गर्ने, बिरुवाहरू ल्याइदिने त्यस्तो कुराहरू गर्नुभएको छ। थ्याङ्क यू सर।
Thank you, Iswa sir, for your wonderful response. Yes, actually, whenever we start some good work, people will, of course, support you. So when it comes to school, we have our stakeholders. Parents are there, school management is also there, even children are there. So everybody is equally responsible to bring success to this project, which Iswa sir has tried to do in his school. So I'm hopeful that in his second and third cycle he will come up with more innovations in this green school garden. Iswa sir, have you
Yes.
used coco pit? Coco pit use got
No,
coco pit.
no, ma'am. Coco pit
Okay.
because
So if you, I don't know if it is
it is
allowed in green
costly.
school,
It
but
is
then
little
will
bit
save
costly.
water. What is save water?
अलिकति थोरै भन्छु म। हाम्रो त्यो रुखहरू धेरै छ स्कुलको वरिपरि। हामीले पहिला पनि प्लान्टेसन गर्दाखेरि त्यसको पातहरू खस्छ अनि त्यो पात चाहिँ अब त्यो स्विपरहरू हुनुहुन्छ उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ मैले पहिला उहाँले बालेर त्यसै फ्याँक्नुहुन्थ्यो। अहिले चाहिँ उहाँहरूले चाहिँ डम गर्नुभएको छ, थुप्रो लगाउनु भएको छ। यो हामीसँग चाहिँ हामीले गमला धेरै अहिले 100वटा गमला चाहिँ ल्याइसकेको छ। हाम्रो पहिला पनि 150 राखिसकेको छ र कुनै डिस्ट्रोय भएको हुनाले अब त्यहाँ रिप्लेस गर्ने र अझ प्लस गर्ने हाम्रो यो प्रोजेक्टको मेरो चाहिँ यो पार साइकलको लागि पनि स्कुलले चाहिँ एकदम एक्टिभली सपोर्ट गरेको छ। स्कुलको इन्टरनल सोर्सबाटै उहाँहरूले किन्नु भएको छ र यसमा 1 रुपियाँ पनि हामीले चाहिँ कस्ट इन्भेस्ट गरेको छैन र त्यही पातहरू, त्यो रुखको पातहरूलाई हामीले चाहिँ डिकम्पोज गर्दैछौँ र मैले अघि पनि मेरो स्लाइडमा बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्टको एउटा कम्पोस्ट बिन मैले सो गरेको छु। किचनको वेस्टदेखि लिएर त्यो लिफहरूलाई त्यसरी कुहाएर कम्पोस्ट बन्दैछ र त्यसबाट नै हामीले चाहिँ त्यो प्लान्टलाई चाहिँ डेभलप गर्ने प्रयास गर्दैछौँ। अब आज अलिकति काम भएको छ, भोलि यो सन्डेबाट चाहिँ हामीले त्यसमा चाहिँ पटमा त्यो कम्पोस्ट प्लस सोइल त्यसको रेसियो मिक्स गरेर हामीले त्यसलाई चाहिँ फिलिङ गर्दैछौँ अनि विभिन्न सोर्सबाट चाहिँ हामीले प्लान्टहरू कलेक्सन गरेर त्यसलाई फेरि यो हाम्रो सस्टेनेबल साइकलको फर्स्ट इन्टरभेन्सनमा हामी काम गर्दैछौँ। थ्याङ्क यू म्याम।
Suresh sir, I think we have some limitations of time. Maybe later on you can contact him if you want to collaborate in such project. Maybe you can talk to him
Okay,
later on.
we'll do
But now
later.
we have
I want to add some gifts to him. सरलाई त्यो नयाँ
okay,
विद्यार्थी
sure,
आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ
sure. ल,
हजुरले चाहिँ के भन्नुहोस् भने चक्लेट र केक होइन, अब तपाईँले घरमा बोतल छ भने नानीको बर्थडेको दिन त्यो बोतलमा काटेर मलाई माटो र बोतल पठाइदिनु होला भनेर इफ यु एड and connect the birthday with that bottle and that plant, I think it will be more wonderful,
yeah,
meaningful.
of course,
The
sir.
child
Thank
will
you,
leave
thank
the
you.
school and one day he will complete the school and again he back to see the tree.
Sure, sir. I have made more easier than that because
Yeah,
children
exactly.
bring bottle only, no soil not necessary. They will bring only bottle and
Yes,
they will
sir.
first of all they will bring their own design, then some of the design I'll teach them, then we'll fill soil there because we have already compost and soil at school, so no need to bring soil from home.
Okay. So thank you. Sir, sir, you have second question in the chat box. Nusra?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Balram sir has asked you, how challenging, but was it challenging to targeted age group? How did you assess its level of challenge towards learning?
Definitely, sir. It's the more challenging work because main thing the management challenge is the great. If we manage systematically, then this challenge also can be overcome. That means we have to do in slow process, slow motion, because all the class cannot be participated at the same moment. Sometimes we can take one class and one task they will do, then second and turn wise they are doing work, because if one student can bring one bottle, then 1,000 student can bring 1,000 flower pot, then it automatically enhance our gardening. And I have encourage them that no need to spend any money. Without money, we have to use the no cost material, so that we can promote gardening also. It enhance 21st century skill automatically, because they can transfer knowledge to their friend. And among the friend there is a high competition. Even the class 3 small children are also are in contact to me, and they are every day they are coming to me, sir, I have brought this. They used to show कति राम्रोसँग एक्साइटेड भएर उनीहरूले देखाउँछन्। क्लास 3-2ले पनि त्यो काम गर्न खोजिरहेको छ, तर मैले उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ एउटा प्रिकसनको रूपमा प्यारेन्ट्सको हेल्प लिनुपर्छ है, बोतल काट्दाखेरि चाहिँ चोट लाग्न सक्छ भन्ने खालको उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ नलेज उनीहरूलाई इन्करेज गरिराखेको छु। मेरो नन पार्टिसिपेन्टहरू अब अप टु क्लास 5 दे आर नन पार्टिसिपेन्ट, बिकज आई हेभ स्टार्टेड दिस project from class 6 only. They are matured and they can hold the flower pot, they can feel the soil, and they can do participate actively. Though the small children are also curious, and other teachers are also participating equally. That taking flower varieties to their home, and they are bringing some of the variety to us. Yes, this type of culture has been developed, and I'm very happy. I think it would be successful and it would be sustainable in future, because we should not break the chain would be continued.
Okay, thank you so much, Ishwar sir, for your wonderful presentation and your sharing of your research. Ishwar sir is doing research on this particular project, Green School project, which he has been implementing in his own school. So, Ishwar sir, without further delay, I would like to call our second participant here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Second participant is Arjun Bandari sir. He is of MAd in Mathematics from Kathmandu University School of Education. So today he will be presenting on the enigmatic distribution of prime numbers. Even this is new to me and I'm excited. So over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Clear. Loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay, let me just share my screen. Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone present here in this webinar, KUSOED webinar series 2023. I would like to welcome you all in my presentation. This is me, Arjun Bandari, from Department of Mathematics Education. I would also like to express my deepest gratitude to Department of STEM Education for organizing this wonderful webinar. The topic of my presentation is the enigmatic distribution of the prime numbers, and this topic belongs to the pure mathematics. But I'm equally fascinated by the pedagogical stuff, philosophy of education as well. But today I'm presenting on pure mathematics. The word enigmatic refers to mysterious. That means the distribution of prime numbers is mysterious. Okay, let me start my presentation with a very simple question. I'd like to ask you a question. For example, if you have a sequence of number 5, 10, 15, 20, and blah, blah, blah. If I ask you to tell the 100th number in this sequence, then without any surprise, you can tell the number, 100th number, by simply applying the formula a plus n minus 1d. This is very simple. But if I write the sequence of prime number 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, this is the sequence of prime number. And if I ask you to tell the 100th prime number in this list, then you don't have such formula. This is the biggest challenge in the mathematics, today's mathematics. You cannot tell 100th prime number with any formula. Either you need to do manually, or you need to have computer with prime generating function. Otherwise, you cannot tell 100th prime number. If you find any formula, then Clay Institute of Mathematics will award you with $1 million. That's why I have kept bundle of money in the frame of my slide, as you can see there. That means if you solve the mystery of prime number, then you will get $1 million. Okay. These are the major outlines of my presentation, which I will be discussing one by one throughout my presentation. What are prime numbers? The definition of prime numbers is very easy. Even the primary school students can tell the definition, but its distribution is not so easy as its definition. Prime numbers is simply the natural number greater than 1, divisible only by itself and 1. Or you can say natural numbers having only two factors. Prime numbers, they have only two factors. One is 1 and another is the number itself. You can see the list of prime numbers in the yellow color in that box. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. You all know that. This is very important question. Why 1 is not a prime number? 1 is not kept in the list of prime number. Because for any number to be a prime number, it should have two factors. But unfortunately, 1 has only one factor, and that is 1 itself. You cannot tell two different factors of 1. So 1 is not composite as well, because for any number to be a composite, it should have more than two factors. So our 1 is lonely. It's neither prime nor composite. It's lonely 1. Okay, how many prime numbers are there? You might be surprised that there are infinitely many prime numbers. That means the list of prime number continues forever. It will never stop. There are many prime numbers you will get. And Euclid's verified this theorem. There are infinitely many primes. This theorem is very easy. You can do the proof of this theorem without any difficulty. I'm not going to explain this due to lack of time. If you are curious enough, then you can find this solution, this proof in online very easily. The next is twin primes. Very interesting this one is. Twin primes are actually the primes having gap of 2. That means any two primes having gap of 2. You can see twin primes here. 3, 5, 5, 7, 11, 13, and so on. And the surprising thing is, this twin primes never stops. That means if the list of your prime numbers is very large, even in that situation, you will still get twin primes. Isn't it surprise? Of course. That means twin primes, there are infinitely many pairs of twin primes. That means you will get bigger and bigger prime numbers having just the difference of 2. Isn't it surprising? As of September 2018, the current largest twin prime pair is, I even cannot read that right now. It's too long. And it was discovered in September 2016. The next is conjectures in primes. There are many conjectures in prime. Conjectures are actually the statements, let's say mathematical statements, that have not been proved, but you can justify them with many examples. You cannot have the rigorous proof, but you can give many examples to justify them. The first conjecture in the prime number theorem is Gold-Bach conjecture. And this conjecture says that every even number greater than or equal to 4 is the sum of two primes. That means if you choose any even number greater than 4, let's say if you choose 18, 18 is even number, you all know that. You can write it as sum of two primes. For example, 5 plus 13. Even if you take bigger even number, let's say 100, then you can still write this 100 as sum of two primes, 3 plus 97. Or you can do 43 plus 57. That means every even number greater than 4 can be expressed as sum of two prime numbers. You can try with other even numbers. But unfortunately, this statement has not been proved analytically. This is just a conjecture. You can have many examples, but you don't have the rigorous proof of this conjecture. Okay, there is another statement. Every odd number greater than or equal to 7 can be expressed as the sum of 3 primes. For example, if you choose 15 as a prime number or odd number, then you can write this 15 as sum of 3 prime numbers, 3 plus 5 plus 7. 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 7, 15. You can try this with other bigger if odd numbers. Next is Legendre's conjecture. This is also not, this has not been proved yet. That's why it is conjecture. Legendre conjecture says that there is at least one prime number. At least one prime number is always there between n square and n plus 1 whole square. N square and n plus 1 whole square. For example, if you substitute the value of n2, then 2 square and 2 plus 1, 3 square, 4 and 9. And of course, there is a prime number between 4 and 9, and that is 5. That means no matter whatever be the value of n you are going to choose, you'll always get a prime number between n plus 1 whole square and n square. This is also a conjecture. This has not been proved yet. So this prime number is very mysterious. Okay, let's talk about Mersenne prime number. This is very interesting. Mersenne prime number is any prime number which is in the form of 2 raised to the power n minus 1. You can see in table, if you put n equals to 2, you will get 3. Yes, that is prime. If you put n equals to 3, you will get 7. Yes, but it's not necessary that for every value of n you should get prime number. For example, if you put n equals to 4, you will not get prime number. That's why there is written for some integer in the definition. And if you choose the value of n 82,589,933, then you will get the biggest prime number known so far. And it has 2486248 digits long. Even if you dare to write it in a paper, you will need a plenty of paper, and it will require much time to write in a paper. It's very difficult, so long. And if you see the graph here, the digits in the largest non-prime number, it has been significantly increased over the last 25 years. That means mathematicians are getting bigger and bigger prime number. And this process will never stop. As I already said, that prime numbers continues forever. That means you will get bigger and bigger prime numbers in the future. It will never stop. Now, prime number formulas. But don't worry, these formulas are not accurate formulas. Accurate formulas have not been found yet. I already said that. If you find this, then you will get $1 million with no surprise by Clay Institute of Mathematics. This is simple prime generating quadratics. If you substitute different values of n, then it will give you the prime number. But even this formula fails at n equals to 41. That means it will give you prime number from n equals to 1 until 39. You will get the prime number. But when you put n equals to 41, this formula fails. Scott's formula is also quite interesting. It will give you prime number from n equals to 1 to until 79, but this formula also fails at n equals to 80. But remember, these two formulas will not give you the prime numbers in a serially, in a serial basis, let's say. This will give you prime numbers randomly. So no need to surprise with this formula. They are not strong formula. A prime counting function is very much interesting as it directly related with prime number theorem. Prime counting function is denoted by pi x, and it's simply the number of primes less than x. For example, if I write pi 10, then you need to find how many prime numbers are there below 10. Of course, it's 2, 3, 5, and 7. That means there are 4 prime numbers below 10. That's why the value of pi of 10 is 4. Number of prime numbers 4. This is the prime counting function. Okay, let me to erase this. Okay, you can see the prime counting value of the prime counting function for different values of x. When you put x equals to 100, then you will get 25. That means below 100 there are 25 prime numbers. 25% of prime numbers are there from 1 to 100. Below 1000 you will get 168 prime numbers. That is 16.8%, and this percentage is decreasing as the value of x increases. That means when you move further in the list of prime numbers, then the density of the prime numbers keeps on decreasing. Okay, now let's move into prime number theorem. This is one of the biggest discovery in the field of number theory. Prime number theorem says that the prime counting function pi x, as I explained before, that pi x is approximately equal to x over ln x. This ln x is logarithmic function, natural logarithmic function. That means prime counting function is approximately equal to x over ln x. Pi x is nearly equal to x over ln x. Isn't it surprising? Of course. You can see in the graph, pi x and x over ln x are very close to each other. That means they have some sorts of connection. They are very close to each other, but they are not coinciding. If you find any function coinciding with pi x, you will get $1 million. That is the biggest challenge in the field of mathematics. You can see the value of pi x and x over ln x. For x equals to 100, pi x is 25, x over ln x is 22. It's close but not equal. This is close approximation. This is also biggest achievement in the field of number theory. Imagine if you find some exact function coinciding with pi x, then how beautiful thing will be that. Okay, next is logarithmic integral function. Logarithmic integral function is definite integral whose lower limit is 2 and upper limit is 2, and it's 1 over ln t dt. I'm not going to do it in detail. Logarithmic integral function is more accurate than x over ln x. That means logarithmic integral function is more close to prime counting function in the graph as compared to x over ln x. You can see the value in table that logarithmic function, integral function is more close to a prime counting function. Okay, the next is zeta function, connection of zeta function with primes and Riemann hypothesis. This is actually the vague topic, and this topic requires an hours of time for the depth exploration. I'm just going to give you the brief glimpse of what zeta function is and what is its connection with prime numbers and what Riemann hypothesis is all about. Zeta function is, you can see in the slide, zeta of s equals to summation n goes from 1 to infinity 1 over n raised to the power s, where n runs from 1 to infinity. N runs from 1 to infinity, and s you can choose any number. You can choose 2. For example, if you choose s equals to 2, then you will get zeta of 2. Zeta of 2, it will become n goes from 1 to infinity 1 divided by n square. You need to substitute s with 2. And if you expand this, then you will get 1 plus 1 by 2 square, 1 by 3 square, 1 by 4 square, dot, dot, dot. And you may be surprised that the value of this series will come pi square divided by 6. This was proved by Euler, famous mathematician. The next is the connection of this zeta function with prime numbers. See this connection. This connection is very, very important in the field of number theory. This connection says that zeta function can be expressed as the product of infinite product of over the primes. You can see there 2, 3, 5, 7. These are prime numbers, and zeta function has this connection with prime numbers. There is a beautiful proof of this as well. Due to lack of time, I'm not able to show the proof, but you simply understand that there is a connection between zeta function and prime numbers. And Riemann, before 150 years ago, Riemann proposed a hypothesis which says that all non-trivial zeros of Riemann zeta function lie in the critical uh, line. Sorry, you can see in the diagram the critical line. That means the zeros of this zeta function should lie in this critical line, 1 over 2 line. Zeros of zeta function, non-trivial zeros. Trivial zeros are -2, -4. They are not of any importance. But if you prove this theorem, then it will unlock key in understanding the distribution of the prime numbers. For depth exploration, you can see video in YouTube. Due to lack of time, I'm unable to explain this in detail. But simply understand that if you solve Riemann hypothesis, then it will unlock the key for understanding the distribution of the prime numbers. And this hypothesis has not been proved yet. And this is biggest open challenge for all of us. And if any one of us can solve this Riemann hypothesis, then Clay Institute of Mathematics will honor us with $1 million. Okay, now let's talk on importance of prime numbers. As we all know that prime numbers are the building blocks of whole numbers. Just like atoms are the building blocks of matter, prime numbers are the building blocks of any number. That means any number can be split into its prime factorization, prime factors. You can see in the diagram. No matter which number you choose, its composition is always prime numbers. That means prime numbers are the, of course, building blocks of any number. And prime numbers are used in cryptography. I think you have heard the word cryptography. Cryptography is used in data encryption for secure transmission of data from one place to another. You need cryptography. And in cryptography, you can use prime number, because if you use prime number in cryptography, then it will make your cryptography quite strong, because no one can unlock your cryptography, that key, because prime number is very mysterious. It's very difficult to unlock that. So it's powerful in cryptography as well. And it is used in physics as well for understanding the behavior of subatomic particles. It is also used in the chaotic system, complex system. Moreover, it is used in computer science as well for the variety of application, such as for data compression, for error finding. It is also used in algorithms to find random numbers generator function, and many more. So finally, I'd like to say that this prime numbers is very beautiful and mysterious, and it's very challenging for mathematician. I'm so much fascinated with the prime numbers. That's why I decided to do my presentation in prime number. Thank you very much for your passion in listening to my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Arjun sir. Thank you for your excellent presentation. Actually, I was so much concentrated in your presentation, though this was something very, different for me. Uh, but I like the way you presented, how you connected, how you brought some examples. Uh, though most of the thing I didn't get anything from that presentation, though it was difficult for me to understand because I know that it's a pure maths, right? So
Yeah.
thank you so much for your presentation. So if we have any queries for Arjun sir, can we please put it in the chat box? Maths miracle content. Okay, so if so, sir, you have a question here. Arjun sir को बारे में भन्नु पर्दाखेरि, let me also just give some introduction about him. He is also teaching in St. Xavier A level. So सरको प्रेजेन्टेसनबाट पनि थाहा हुन्छ, we could get the way he has presented because he has been so much focused, and you know, yeah, the ideas that he has shared, so it doesn't seem to be very like let's say something new or something. It seems to be very much connected. So again, Arjun sir, we have query from Balaram Khadka sir here. As esteemed scholars, did you see this math miracle connected to other areas such as science, engineering, and art for high school kids? If so, can you elaborate anyone you like most? Anyway, it was a wonderful presentation, really, for math-minded people. Yeah, of course,
Okay, okay.
math-minded people.
Thank you,
Sorry,
thank
please explain
you.
each of them.
Thank you, Balram sir, for your wonderful question. Of course, we can show the connection to high school kids as well through the mathematics. अब हाम्रो चाहिँ कस्तो टेन्डेन्सी छ भने म्याथमेटिक्स भन्ने बित्तिकै इट्स आउट अफ द बक्स, इट्स आउटसाइड द क्लासरुम भन्ने कन्सेप्ट छ, तर इट्स नट लाइक द्याट. देयर इज अलवेज अ कनेक्सन विथ रियल वर्ल्ड. म्याथमेटिक्सको केही कुराहरू पनि हामी रियल वर्ल्डसँग कनेक्सन गराउन सक्छौँ. अब सरले यहाँनिर मलाई एउटा इक्जाम्पल भन्नुभयो. आई वुड लाइक टु गिभ यु द इक्जाम्पल अफ एक्सपोनेन्सियल नम्बर. जस्तै एक्सपोनेन्सियल नम्बर मैले पढाउनु पऱ्यो भने स्टुडेन्टहरूलाई चाहिँ एक्सपोनेन्सियल नम्बरको भ्यालु चाहिँ 2.71 हुन्छ होइन. अब त्यसलाई मैले यत्तिकै 2.71 हुन्छ तिमीहरूले कन्ठ गर्ने भन्यो भने त बच्चाहरूलाई मजा आउँदैन. तर त्यही एक्सपोनेन्सियल नम्बरलाई चाहिँ मैले फर इक्जाम्पल तिमीले चाहिँ ब्याङ्कमा चाहिँ 1 रुपियाँ पैसा राख्यौ अनि तिम्रो पैसा चाहिँ कन्टिन्युसली ब्याङ्कले तिमीलाई इन्ट्रेस्ट दिन्छ. हाम्रो चलन चाहिँ के छ भने कि त इयरली इन्ट्रेस्ट दिने, कि 6 मन्थमा इन्ट्रेस्ट दिने, कि क्वार्टरली इन्ट्रेस्ट दिने छ. तर तपाईँले राख्नुभएको पैसा चाहिँ सेकेन्डमा ब्याङ्कले तपाईँलाई इन्ट्रेस्ट दिने हो भने 1 वर्षपछि तपाईँले राख्नुभएको 1 रुपियाँ पैसा चाहिँ 2.71 रुपिज हुन्छ अरे. अनि त्यो भनेको चाहिँ एक्सपोनेन्सियल ग्रोथ भनेको कन्टिन्युस ग्रोथ भयो भनेर हो. त्यसरी चाहिँ बच्चाहरूलाई चाहिँ रियल वर्ल्डसँग कनेक्ट गर्दै म्याथको डिफिकल्ट भन्दा डिफिकल्ट कन्सेप्टलाई पनि हामीले चाहिँ यसरी कनेक्ट गरेर पढाउन सक्यो भने चाहिँ आई थिङ्क टिचिङ चाहिँ एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्टिङ हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई.
So can we also connect it with quantitative reasoning? I'm just curious.
क्वान्टिटेटिभ रिजनिङको कुरा पनि यसमा कनेक्सन गर्न सकिन्छ. क्वान्टिटेटिभ रिजनिङ भनेकै अब खास यो हरेक कुरालाई चाहिँ क्वान्टिटेटिभली हेर्ने हो नि त. जस्तै हामीले वरिपरि देख्ने कुरालाई चाहिँ त्यसको क्वान्टिटेटिभ एस्पेक्ट के हो त, त्यसको क्वान्टिटेटिभ कनेक्सन कस्तो हुन्छ त भनेर हेर्ने भएको भएर अफकोर्स वी क्यान रिलेट इट विथ क्वान्टिटेटिभ रिजनिङ एज वेल.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I got some idea when you shared about this. Uh, we have some guests coming up in the last, but no problem. So, अरू कोही साथीहरूलाई केही सोध्नु पर्ने छ? We have here Professor Balchandra Lutel. He is also South Mathsकै विद्वान हुनुहुन्छ अनि हाम्रो Vinod sir is also there. So, do we have any question for Arjun sir? हाम्रो नेत्र सर, do we have मैले चाहिँ यहाँ सरलाई देखेँ थिएँ एकछिन अगाडि त, but now I don't know if they are there. नेत्र सर is also here, and म्याथ्सको कोही हुनुहुन्छ अझै केही रमाइलो गर्न सकिन्छ यसमा क्वेसन? अदरवाइज या रामेश्वर सर is also there. Maths डिपार्टमेन्टबाटै यदि if you have any question for Arjun sir, because I know that most of us might have not been able to connect what sir has presented, but I really found it very interesting. मलाई चाहिँ एकदमै मन पर्यो. So I try to connect. हामीले we have also started a short course on quantitative reasoning. Quantitative reasoning मा हामीले short course 1 credit hour को निकालेछौँ. If you are interested, please you can check our site, our Google यो तपाईँको पेजमा हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, where our Dipendra Budathoki sir is also facilitating this program. Quantitative reasoning. I know we need this because in everyday life we need reasoning, we need mathematics, right? So Arjun sir, thank you so much for your wonderful presentation once again. So I guess that's all what we have for today. We will again come next week with some more interesting webinars. Sir, please join गरिदिनु होला. If you have anything, you can also personally mail हाम्रो Arjun sir लाई केही अरू केही query छ भने you can mail him as well. That's all from our side. Thank you so much for joining us today. Time पनि गर्नुभएको छ.
Okay, thank you ma'am. Thank you everyone.
Thank you sir.
Thank you.